It's a nice afternoon, and today I'm going to do the cigar flavored notes of this Rocky Patel Edge Connecticut. Let's see how it goes. In order to smoke this cigar, I have to remove the band because it's at the foot of the cigar, so I have no choice. So I'll remove the band now. I'm in the first third of this Rocky Patel Edge Connecticut, and you can see that the burn is even, the ashes hold, the glow has no issues, and the flavor is very pleasant. Upon lighting it, you get a lot of sweet and floral notes, which are a surprise. I had other Rocky Patel Connecticut's that didn't have that. But this has a pleasant, sweet floral notes that almost are stronger than the typical woody and creamy. The woody and creamy are there, but are softer. And the sweet and floral dominate the flavor. It has a lot of white pepper in the retrohale. It has a little bit of leather and other flavors. So it's a very complex, nice flavor. So I'm going to continue in the first and second third, and then I'll do the flavor notes. You can see that towing ship going in the distance. It's probably going between the Port of Miami and the Port of Fort Lauderdale to tow a ship. But it's a nice and entertaining sight. There's a dog barking. I'm at the end of the first third of this Rocky Patel Edge. And you can see that the ashes hold. The burn is relatively even. The flavor is good. It's a lot stronger than most other Connecticuts. It has a significant amount of white pepper and other flavors. So I will continue on the second third, and then I'll do the flavor notes. You can see that seagull. There's like a group of seagulls around, flying all over the ocean. Very nice to see them coordinate as they do. The weather became now sunny, even though it's almost 7 p.m. But it's a beautiful afternoon and a very nice time to smoke a nice cigar. I'm halfway through the second third of this Rocky Patel Edge Connecticut. And with a little bit of touch-ups, but the burn remains relatively even. The ashes are holding. The flavor is strong for a Connecticut, but not bad. So I will continue in the second third, and then I'll do the flavor notes. You can see that little airplane in the distance, taking advantage of the beautiful view and doing either his flight lessons or a small flight, touristic flight. I'm at the end of the second third of this Rocky Patel Edge Connecticut. You can see that the ashes are holding. I have like an inch of ashes in here, almost the entire second third. And you can see that the burn remains relatively even. Nick Perdomo explained to me that the water and the soil in Honduras are different than the ones in Nicaragua. And that's why the Honduran cigars have also like a typical flavor, different from the Nicaraguan ones and different from the Dominican or the Cuban ones. And that's true for this cigar. Rocky Patel also likes to add a significant amount of spicy flavor to their cigars. So this cigar is a little bit spicy, a little bit strong for a Connecticut, but not unpleasant. I'm going to do the flavor notes now. The name of the cigar is Edge Connecticut. The brand is Rocky Patel. The shape is Toro. The size is 6 inches, 52 ring gauge. The occasion is my evening smoke. The cost of the cigar is $10, give or take. The manufacturer is Plasencia Cigars. The manufacturer location is Honduras. The wrapper origin is Ecuador, Connecticut. The wrapper type color is Colorado. The binder origin is Nicaragua, and the filler origin is undisclosed. In terms of the flavor meter, the body, the flavor, and the strength are between mild and medium. Like I said, it's stronger than the typical Connecticut. In terms of the flavor wheel, upon lighting, there's a strong floral and sweet flavors that are the main theme of this cigar, at least in the first third. Then there's a significant amount of creamy, but not as much as other cigars. Then there's woody and creamy, but they are also not like the major flavors in this cigar, like in other Connecticuts. There's a little bit of leather and a significant amount of spicy white pepper, especially in the retrohale. The retrohale is very strong. In terms of the ratings, for appearance, I will give it a 9. Some people complain that the band of the Rocky Patel edge is a little bit basic. In terms of construction, I will give it a 10. You saw that the ashes hold, the burn is even, the draw is good, so no issues with the construction. In terms of the flavor, I will give it between 8 and 9. It's very pleasant, just maybe not my favorite one, but it is very pleasant. In terms of value for the money, I will also give it between 8 and 9 because it's not a very expensive cigar and it's a good experience. And in terms of the overall rating, I will give it between 8 and 9. It's now past 7 p.m. and the water started turning silvery, blue and silvery, turquoise and silvery. Temperature decreased to like 79 degrees, which considering that it's summer and it's South Florida, it is a very pleasant temperature and it's not windy or not rainy. So it's a perfect weather to be outside enjoying a cigar. You can see that little piper going by, enjoying either his flight lessons or a sightseeing tour. This area is very popular for little airplanes that come from the North Perry Airport to do some sightseeing or some flight lessons. You can see another little airplane flying over the ocean, enjoying another either sightseeing tour or flight lesson. It looks very peaceful from here in a really very nice afternoon. So I'm sure he's having a great time. I'm more than halfway through the last third of this Rocky Patel Edge, Connecticut. You can see that the ashes continue to hold and the burn remains even. So I have maybe a little less than a half an inch left. So I'll continue and I'll report back on total smoking time. I have less than an inch left on this Rocky Patel Edge, Connecticut. As you can see that the ashes continue to hold, the burn remains relatively even. The flavor remained very good until the end, strong and spicy but good, like a typical Rocky Patel Honduran cigar. Total smoking time was an hour and 5 minutes, which for a Toro is very reasonable, and I do recommend it.